What's up guys, it's your boy Shantipa here, back with another episode. Today we will be doing the tour of the SCP Foundation. This is like undetailed tour, but first take a look at all of these detailed surprises that I'm gonna hold on for you for the whole of the Foundation episode. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell right next to it. Without further ado guys, let's get right to the episode. So this is like a small detailed place with, of course, the SCP Foundation. Of course, you already know the SCP Foundation. Okay, there we go. The first one we have is okay, so this is like the entrance zone. This comprises of my old account, which I will remove. And then here are all of the outfits. So we got the GRUP. The GRUP division is Soviet Russia's answer to the SCP Foundation. It's basically founded by Joseph Stalin. And it's like Soviet Russia's answer. And they're like the Chaos Insurgency, but Mother Russia version. And we have SCP Containment Breach variants of the current mobile task forces. We even have an anti-online dating force or anti-slender force to contribute. I don't know why, but yeah. We also have the good SCP Foundation tank over there. Next is a researching department. I used the IKEA menu for this, and I'm serious. I actually while I was making this, I made a role play out of making this with an IKEA manual, and this is super sus. Okay, next, these are like the IKEA research stuff. This is like the window from the previous episode. This is the first room, and I've got, of course, medical department versions of me. This is like the super version of me. We have like these OP outfits, which are designated to change in the future. The second room is actually also extra ones. So Class E, people might refer to Class E's. It's like, oh, it's another form of Class D's. Well, they aren't. Class E's are basically Foundation personnel, which has been exposed to cognitive hazards, SCPs, or cognitive hazards in short. Example, SCP-231-2316, like that. There are two meanings of SCP-2316. The lake, or I do not recognize the bodies in the water, or the sixth Scarlet King bride. Yes. You might be asking, actually, and not just that, SCP Foundation is actually 18 plus. Yes, I know a lot of them. Next one is SCP-079. In the Foundation lore and SCP Containment Breach, which I will make a video on another gameplay, is SCP-09's like role is that he actually caused the whole of the breach because he wanted to get out, and he was assisted by a doctor or a senior researcher who made a deal with the old AI. Probably you can find it in the files, and it's used. SCP-999, no need introduction for that. We have SCP-5167, when the imposter is sus. We have SCP-113, the gender changer. So here's the fact about the gender changer. SCP-113, when hopped into it, you can change into your alternate genders. But if you can only use it once. If you use the gender twice, you will die. Get it? Okay, let's move on. This is the bathroom. Now with a Japanese Toyota toilet. I don't know the brand for. This is SCP-066. Actually, did you know SCP-066 isn't actually Euclid, rather Euclid impetus. Impetus comes from the Greek word to attack. Basically that stands for what you call this? It uses the Uno reverse card if you attack it. So here is actually like a brief story about 066. SCP-066 designated Eric's toy is actually a yarn before, a colored rainbow yarn, and it was safe class when it was first found. But there was this stupid doctor who wanted to conduct a test, precisely a DNA test. And since he wanted to cut off a strain, 066 kept moving into the opposite direction. When they finally got a cut, It screamed like this sound. It's like this very classic music. I cannot listen to it because I'll get copyright. My mouth is starting to get a bit dry for talking to the stupid camera. So next, what else do we have? The Janitor and ENT. So Janitor, if you do not know what the Janitor is, you're probably just stupid, okay? And they just clean stuff in the foundation. Basically, there are level 1 personnel. They don't get to do anything. They just do it like that. Next, the Electronics and Technicians Department. They basically are like tech support, but SCP Foundation version. SCP-999, of course not. Here is the break room, which is more updates in the future. This is SCP-294, where it is a machine in a QWERTY type keyboard, and if you type anything, it will give you your desired product in a liquid form. Solid forms or semi-solid forms cannot be dispensed. Next, the second floor. We are going from the entrance zone. Got to kick this guy first. Never mind, he left. It's the Euclid Containment area. This is the Chaos Insurgency outfit. The Chaos Insurgency background is they used to be Mobile Task Force Alpha 1, but the O5 Council created the insurgency, which is used as a Black Ops. Yes, it's a Foundation's answer to Black Ops, and like doing classified operations and doing the dirty work until they came across the engine, an anomalous like space object which infected the minds of the insurgency. Now they changed, and most operations of Red Right Hand, which is the O5 Council's mobile task force. Actually, the O5 Councils are the leaders of the Foundation, but the administrator is the founder, meaning he is higher than the O5 Council. But there are two differences: administrative department and the administrator. One, the administrator uses SCP-262, which is like a jacket, where if you keep the shirt open, it will have like tentacles. That's where he got the nickname the Spider. Probably I'll be also going to the Foundation after I explain their documents, but content. Next thing is SCP-682, the Indestructible Reptile. Probably one of the most like popular SCPs in the Foundation. Next is the Reza. The Reza is actually like an information keeper. Basically they are keeping track of records. They keep track of records, files of SCPs. They organize files. The GOC, better known as the Global Occult Coalition, it is the United Nations answer to anomalies. Basically, it was created in the offshoot of Second World War when the Nazi SS Ahmed Bey decided to do the ritual named the Rite of Solomon, which would grant them terrifying and supernatural powers. Then afterwards, the United Nations realized that it is pretty dangerous, so they created the Global Occult Coalition. They're like the Foundation, but the colder side. They protect humanity by their own things. Guess what? They kill off SCPs and call it, you know what? They just kill SCPs, that's it. Next is the Intelligence Agency. They basically are a civilian undercover, like spies, you know, your typical spies. They do not arouse suspicion, and that's it. Next is SCP-610. SCP-610 is an airborne virus, Keter class, of course. It is found in Ukraine. It is found in it's actually just found in Ukraine. The Russian government's literally like doing everything they can. Next, SCP-513 is a cowbell, which when in the presence of SCP-513, you would already feel a sense of paranoia and anxiety. If you ring the bell, you will be having extreme paranoid tendencies and anxiety. SCP-049, the Plague Doctor, is actually recovered in Montauban, France in 1944 in World War II, where children gone missing from their beds. Adults went to the market and never came home. And a search and rescue mission was made by the Foundation until they found 049 sitting in a fireplace. He greeted the task force saying, "Bienvenue chez moi, welcome to my home." And they saw 049-2 instances. And they fired upon the instances. And the government and 049 is just sitting there, writing in his leather-bound book. And the surprising thing is, he speaks Old French. But the thing is, his writing doesn't even, not even like translators who can translate ancient French could understand. This gives him satisfaction, because there's like the so-called experts trying to analyze his writing. Next, SCP-106 is basically one of the oldest SCP since the Foundation's founding. SCP-106, the old man, classified as a Keter class anomaly because of its ability to pass through walls. I'm serious. It goes through walls and leaves a corrosive metal, and it has its own pocket dimension. 106's first sighting was often in World War I. He was actually an American or a British army. Next is SCP-096. 096 is, of course, a popular guy. I don't even know his background. And let's continue as well. SCP-008, rather one of the most interesting SCPs. SCP-008 is a complex prion disease found in Russia, and it is like contained in a G2 site in Siberia. Its original place or original location is found in Siberia in the late 1900s. The late 1900s is like during the Cold War. What you call this, in case if a G2 site is finished, it's like a zombie virus, literally. It's like your average thing. Okay. Next is SCP-457 the Burning Man. He is literally a man full of flames and can only be put down via fire. He can actually be put down by anti-fire suppressors. Fire suppressors like a fire extinguisher and.
I'm getting a whole damn SCP class from this guy, bro.
Okay.
Knowledge.
And then he and also putting water hoses can also put him out. And SCP-457 has a unique ability to take in flammable objects as strengthening itself. Imagine you put a glass of oil next to 457. He consumes it and strengthens and benefits from it, causing him to create greater damage. Next up is my favorite SCP of all, the Scarlet King. I'm actually role-playing as the Scarlet King. Basically, he has 7 brides, and there were 6 of them died due to 110 Montauk. The 7th one gave birth to SCP-999, which technically makes the Scarlet King the father of 999. Not just that, SCP-682 was born from SCP-231-4, meaning Scarlet King is also the father of the notorious reptile. And basically, that is why he's my favorite. He's too OP, he can summon demons. But the thing is, when the 7th bride dies or gives birth, it is an XK class end of the world scenario. If I want to disclose the name of the 7th bride, it would be Catherine. Next is SCP-1048. There are 3. It is classified as Keter because it's like a teddy bear. At first, it draws paintings and childlike drawings to janitorial staff. It is in the Foundation encouraged 1048 to make drawings as communication and its background, but it only chooses to draw for affection. It uses human body parts and any other tissues to make other copies of itself, like SCP-1048-B and C. -B is an exact copy with there are 1048-A to C. The first number A is actually like made of human ears. When close contact, it will scream. It will grow rapid ear growing things in your tongue, which will suffocate you from those ear-like growths. And for -B, it is a regular teddy bear, look like an exact copy of itself with a human fetus inside it. Number C is made out of metal, which is in turn is really which is really violent than the rest. And next one is SCP-914, the Clockworks. It is rough, fine, very fine, and perfect. Actually, there's nothing about it. It's used to OP items in SCP Containment Breach. Next is SCP-053, the young girl, classed as Euclid. Actually, the young girl's name is Abby. SCP-05's name is Abby, and her parents are Madeline and Jonathan. Yes, Madeline and Jonathan, and she was born in 2008. Yet she managed to keep a 3-year-old age status. Crazy, isn't it? She actually caused it isn't Jonathan, it's Andrew. The father's name is Andrew. And at first Andrew went into insane and tried to kill the child, but first killed Madeline, and then himself. He died from a heart attack after trying to harm 053. Even the police got caught in the action, leaving 053 homeless. And yeah, that's when after she came into a mart after causing a supermarket mart, after causing a bit of chaos. She got her chocolate and then hid inside a cave. But then the foundation put her out, and then yeah, that's it. SCP-953, the voice imitating creature, has the ability to imitate people's voices by just hearing them. So if you make one voice or they kill someone, they will imitate your voice and they will make any word, despite accounts that the victim never said that word before they died. That's also a big advantage. That's why voice control or voice authorization isn't permitted in 053. 939. Sorry. Next, third floor. This is the last floor. We are halfway across the journey, guys. Next, we have SCP-076-2, Abel, and 073 is Cain. According to the biblical stories, Cain and Abel were brothers. Cain and Abel. Yeah. Cain actually, Abel presented gifts to God, like this offering with meat and lamb, while Cain, on the other hand, did farming. So that means Cain killed his brother out of jealousy, and he got punished. Yes, Cain got punished, and I don't remember the rest. 076 actually has extra facts. SCP-076 spawns in 076-1. He can only go into a rampage when necessary, and basically when showed illustrations of Cain or signs of Cain, he gets very angry, and the only way to kill 076-2 is heavy fire. That's it. Next is 073. Actually, the Foundation's Chinese division, which uses amnestics and wiped out 076-2's memory, causing both of them to be brothers again, because 076-2 no longer remembers of his murder. And then 076 started to age like a normal human being and died, and meaning 076-2 is relatively terminated or neutralized. Next SCP we have is SCP-953. This used to be my personal favorite before. SCP-953 was found in the Korean War, 1953. That's the same time when my grandfather was born. Shoutouts to him, Grams. Say hello. So 953 is actually an enigmatic person. I'm still recording. Sorry about that. That's just her. Next is what else? Okay, 953 can shape into any human being that it desires, but keeps one of its fox features. In Korean folklore, it's called kumihu or nine-tailed fox, but gets really annoyed when called kitsune. Her usual blow is she eats liver. Yes, liver. And she is very manipulative in nature and possesses a level 3 telepathic power. Next is SCP-173. No need introduction because you already know what this neck snapping thing does. Next is SCP-001, the Gate Guardian. It's like he actually guards the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden. He guards the Garden of Eden. That's it. He is actually Apollyon class right now. Next is SCP-178, the Glasses. This is pretty interesting because it was like founded in 1978. Pretty sure about that. And then basically a young girl first bought it, and then from a movie theater, but still felt something weird and was killed by a mysterious figure. And then the Foundation took it into thing, and actually 178 actually is everywhere. It just there are two theories regarding 178. One, the first theory, when warned, it will directly spawn these entities. Or two, 178 SCP-178 makes you see the entities. And those are like the two hypotheses. Next is SCP-012, which I barely know about. SCP-012 is a Euclid class anomaly, which is the bad composition. When I'm not sure what happens when the bad composition is complete, but when it is actually classed as a cognitohazard. A cognitohazard back with the class E's. A cognitohazard SCP is or a cognitohazard. You can search the freaking Urban Dictionaries, you dummies, but a cognitohazard is basically a danger to the mind, feelings, nose, eyes, mouth. That kind of anomaly. That's pretty like cursed, but okay. And when come into close contact, the victim will then rip their flesh off from their own arm and then begin writing on the composition. Next is SCP-205. It's a shadow lamp, and I do not really know about that. And next is Class D's. I think you might already know this, but they are basically provided as death row inmates who are taken from prisons all over the world who are in death row, meaning what you call this, permanent prison or lifetime sentences. Next one, I'm pretty sure is like and then I will now I will now show you the whole layout. Let's see what else is there. I think we covered the whole place. Oh yeah, Mobile Task Force. Hold on, Mobile Task Force, I ban you. So the Mobile Task Force, here is actually the ranking. First is the Class D's, and then secondly are like this personnel. Security Department. After the Security Department, higher than them is the RRT, the Rapid Response Team. After the RRT, it is Mobile Task Force. After the Mobile Task Force is Researchers. After Researchers, that's the line of security. That's just the line of security, okay? And the O5 Council and the administrators higher than everyone, mostly on drugs. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Next, we have the Security Department room. They are tasked with, of course, guarding the damn Foundation. How stupid are you? And yeah, they just guard. That's it. They guard, sit their fat ass there and eat donuts. They just do that. And then they just guard the place ready to get killed and then eat pizzas and tuna casseroles. That's it. Oh yeah, I forgot SCP-035. Good thing about that. Thank God for that. So SCP-035 is a mask made by Zeus. Yes, he is actually made by Zeus. Depending on it is according to his biography. So basically, he was made by Zeus in a conflict, I'm pretty sure. And afterwards, 07053 was found in a seal crypt in Venice, modern day Italy, I'm pretty sure. 073 has a high manipulative structure and insight and able to incite dramatic changes on the person he talks to. He's also manners is flattering, but he's very manipulative in nature and has the and pretty sure acts as a cognitive hazard. Yeah, he actually acts as a cognitive hazard. What else? Tesla trap, Tesla gates. They are like used to like electrocute at a high voltage. So basically, this is the administrator Scarlet King. Finished the tour of the foundation. Updates will come in and come out, and it comes in, it goes in, and then you lose it 5 seconds later. We're banned. Okay. And anyways, thank you for this watching this educational video of all the SCPs we have, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye guys.